Our Weiler Praktikant at work here developed a problem, namely that you couldn't switch it off or be certain that it was off or actually on. So this manifested itself like so. If you switch on, off again. That's how it should be, but it often went like so. The switch for this is linked to this arm here, of course, where you operate it. Just switch it off. And this needs to be dealt with in the way that you access the panel at the side here and take off this, and then you and also slide off a collar here, and the actual switch is inside here. I have a drawing here, and I bought parts from Weiler, the switch, the collar, and some other parts. This is actually a hexagon inside, and it's a fiber type of item. This should be inside here, and it's all linked to this switch that is inside here. Not bad that Weiler actually produces and delivers parts for such an old machine. I can't really say that there is anything lacking here. I mean, from the support side. So the actual switch is quite a normal switch. And then there is a hexagonal inside. It's hexagonal type of color that should go in here, I think. At least it's according to the drawing here. That part, by the switch, is of course mounted, as I said, in the box here at the side. Undo the screws here to get that off. The inside here is the switch and the linkage arm. So I turned off the power now, so if I activate the switch, you can see what happens. And next is there's a small thrust bearing inside here, and then you loosen and take that out, and here, so you get the shaft loose, and you can slide this bracket off. And this is just a loose fit. I mean, it's just slid on, so you can gently take that out also. Now, of course, the hex bolts here. And of course, you have to loosen the connection here before you take that off. So, and of course, only one of the two pins got out, but fortunately, this is a high-end machine, so there are holes back here that you can enter, like so, and then just get the pin out that way. Then the pin got out here. So both pins out, and to get the switch linkage arm out, you need to undo these also from here, so you get the assembly out, like so. Now you can take out that and raise. And here you see the linkage arm on there. So then unscrew here, pull this out, and then you can access the sleeve, which is longer up there. So of course you have to have this off also. Just have to use a little persuasion to hold that. It was kind of stuck. Having taken this out, you can undo that. Now this slides off, and this slides off. Yes, with a little bit of persuasion here too. Yeah. Now this is loose. Then there are two screws holding the locking screws inside here from each end here. So this is really like, this goes into the slot, and here you have a cap on top of that. The error could be a result of this, which goes to each side of this rod here. This, say the underside here, that this slips some way. It could be so simple, but I'm not sure. So the action is not precise enough. And this is an underside view. The hexagon rod is loose now, but we have to disassemble this part. After fumbling with this a bit, I think this is just a sleeve that goes in here. And when you have these two plugs, this is just a, let's say, a guidance for these inside there. So it connects this motion to the hexagon rod here. Long fight, but it came off. And there you have it. And once that was off, it was just a matter of sliding it that way. And you see the spring, and then there's a circlip holding that here in this. As you see on the drawing here, it's now here with the spring and everything, we're held together by the circlip at the end here. So now I'm ready to take out that. So the circlip out. Then this should slide off, if I am not mistaken. That way, okay. And then this, and the spring. Yeah, there is nothing holding that to the shaft anymore. So the shaft is out. And so this is also okay. The electrical switch is of course in here, so needs to be disconnected and removed. There are 3 Umbraco screws here also. Let's try this. here we are. And there is plenty of cable length here to pull this out. And of course then make a swap.